It's very important for you to have a clear expectation of what the pet house sitter's duties are in your home. Generally speaking, they are there to care for your pets, water the plants, put chlorine in the pool, maybe add water to the pool if the water level drops, let your domestic workers in and out, empty the street mailbox, and that's it. They are not there in a security capacity. They cannot keep your home safe. That is your security company's job. I would suggest that you and the house sitter agree on how much time you want them to spend in your home. You have to understand that they need to be allowed to go out to carry on with their day-to-day activities, be it university or work, etc. From my 12 years of running Au Pairs and House Sitters for Africa as an agency, sometimes clients would say to me that they have a domestic worker and a gardener, and between them, all their pets are never left alone. Someone is always home with their pets. So they want a sitter that will never leave the pets and be home all the time. Unfortunately, this is not a reasonable expectation. You cannot expect one person to take on the role of many. By the same token, I do not agree with sitters being out all the time and only sleeping in the home, but they must be allowed to attend university, and if it is during the holidays, then they must be allowed to have some free time for themselves. You have to realize you are not paying them an hourly rate, but a daily rate. While you want someone to be humane to your pets, you also have to be humane to the sitter. I would suggest that if the sitter is staying at you for 7 nights, that you give them 3 nights to be able to go out with their friends and agree on a curfew that they must be home by. If they are there for 6 nights, they can have 2 nights to go out with friends, and if they are there for 5 or less nights, you can allow them 1 night out. Of course, if they are only there for 1 night, then they do not need to go out that night. In addition to this, they must be allowed to go out for a few hours every day. They may want to go to gym, do a bit of shopping, etc. As I said before, and I'll say it again, you want someone to be humane to your pets. You also need to be humane to the sitter. At this meeting, you can also agree on some house rules with the sitter. Another issue that is important to understand is that pets are very sensitive beings. They may be very sad with you gone and might act out by chewing something that they do not normally chew. I once had a situation where I had an amazing, very caring sitter caring for someone's pet and home. When the homeowner got home, they found the dog had chewed something that it would not normally have chewed. So they were very quick to assume the sitter had neglected their pet. After a thorough investigation, this was found to not be the case. The sitter did not neglect the dog. The pets were just missing their owners, and chewing on something was the only way of expressing it. Pets are very sensitive beings. This is why we are the kinds of people that would not want to put our pets in a kennel, but rather get someone to care for them and allow them to remain in their own homes. I know myself that my own dogs won't eat if I'm not at home. These are extraordinary creatures and they are very attached to us and sensitive. If they are behaving a bit differently when you get home, it does not mean the sitter neglected them. It just means that they missed you and don't have any other way to express it. So these are just a few things that I'd like you to bear in mind. I hope you enjoy the website and find a great sitter.